Hello YouTube family, I am just outside the gym and about to do a lower body session. And I'm doing squat. So I have, before my workouts, I already have pre-made my intro workout, have creatine. There has been a lot of research of benefits of having creatine. It's not just for increasing your energy sessions, but it's also for brain function and cognitive health. And I personally do find that it's helped me for my gym sessions. I usually dry scoop it, so it just goes a lot better down with a flavored drink, because I would not be able to dry scoop that with just water alone. It's just tasteless to have that throughout my session. So that's the only supplement I have when it comes to lifting. I think I'll try to keep it minimal. Just recently implemented back EAAs because I just want a flavored drink. I have had in the past not have any intro workout and I still do really, really well. Good nutrition, good sleep. And I do supplement with protein powder. That's if I don't have enough, but I would normally get my sources from animal sources. So I will see you in there.
You will see the entire warm-up process that I do before I pop a heavy barbell on my back. Prior to any heavy lifting or weight training or resistance training, we need to warm up the body optimally, and that is not through walking on the treadmill. We want to be smart about how we lift. This way we are able to lift safely. So here I am doing mobility work, priming the body just before I pop a heavy barbell on my back. The first exercise here is a front foot elevated split squat, just with the body weight, no weights. The whole idea with this mobility warm up is to push the knees past my toes. This video here right now is not sped up. This is just exactly how it is. I wanted to show you this because it really is about taking your time and being intentional when it comes to your warm-ups, because that is just as important as the lift itself. Then I would progress with adding a kettlebell on top. This just gives the resistance to be able to push the knees past your toes, which is what is going to help you when you do a squat, because that is helping with the depth. The idea of pushing your knees past your toes, but having your feet planted on the plate is important. So with the step up, it just allows for a deeper range of motion. We want to imitate the squat depth by working on single leg on either side. I do about 2 rounds of 6 to 8 reps on either side, just to really work on the ankle and hip mobility. So the next exercise here, or the mobility routine that I do, is a deep squat. So I'm coming down with the kettlebell at a tempo of 10 seconds. As you could see, this is really me being intentional and taking my time. This way you are priming your body before you jump on a barbell back squat. It really is about the movement pattern, especially not only my goal is to lift the heaviest weight, but it is also to prime the body and get your body used to the movement pattern. It is so much better than just jumping on a treadmill. When you jump on a treadmill as a warm-up, you are elevating your heart rate. So with this mobility, it really is about the movement pattern. You want to get your body, mind and body connected to know what's coming, which is a squat that I'm doing. I would do about 2 to 3 rounds here. Here's a little bit sped up, but taking your time. And as you could see, this really helps with the deep squat position. I'm holding into this squat position for about 10 seconds. And really, again, you have to be intentional with your warm-ups. And this is the perfect opportunity to connect your mind to your muscle. Again, The next drill that I do is a glute stretch. So this specifically is called a pigeon stretch, and it really stretches out the glutes. I probably do this for 2 rounds on either side and just be in this position for about 10 to 15 seconds. And this really helps, not only stretches the glute, but opens up the hips. And I'm moving forward just to get that really big stretch on the glutes. Now I am doing some more body weighted squats on the rack that I'm about to perform a barbell back squat. As you could see over here, it really is about being super intentional with your warm-ups before you pop a barbell on your back. And I say this so many times because this is where it will make a significant difference in your squat depth. And again, I'm taking my time. It is a tempo of about 10 seconds on the lowering. And really this warm-up phase is about visualizing the technique and visualizing the movement pattern and really sinking into that deep squat. You are priming your body before you pop a heavy barbell on your back. This is the reason why I am able to go heavier in my weights and be injury free, because the warm-up does play a difference. So ladies, please take your time and be intentional with your warm-ups. The next thing that I get straight into is doing this is called a zombie squat. Basically, the barbell is situated on your front shoulders, hands out, and it's a zombie squat because you literally look like a zombie because your hands are out. This really puts my body in a position where I'm keeping an upright torso, which is what you want in a barbell back squat. And also front squats or zombie squats, as you could see here without any weight on the barbell, is really focusing on your core strength. I perform zombie squats before barbell back squat for 2 reasons. It helps me keep an upright torso because that is what you want in a back squat. And second of all, it really engages my core and it sort of puts my mind to make sure that I have my core activated throughout the entire back squat. So it really is about helping my body prime before a barbell back squat. So the core is on and keeping that upright torso. And again, this is a second set of my zombie squats, which is a 40 kg with weights. Again, just taking my time, and the tempo work is so important. You're not just going in there and aimlessly going through the motion. Like everything you do in the gym, especially when it comes to your warm-up, you have to be intentional. Like, what is the purpose behind doing the warm-ups? Is it serving your actual working sets? So especially at my level, because I have been training for a very long time, it's important to be intentional and work what is the smartest way to get yourself ready for a barbell back squat. So I've done all my warm-ups. I've done zombie squats for those 2 reasons, is to keep an upright torso, and the second thing is to engage my core. Now I get ready to perform my actual warm-up sets before I do my working sets for a barbell back squat. So over here, I'm just visualizing form and technique. I am taking my time, especially ladies, when you are performing any heavy lifting, take your time, mentally visualize the form and technique before you pop a barbell on your back. And again, it really is about being intentional and taking my time. You want to treat every single rep on the barbell the exact same way, regardless of what the weight is. So with my warm-up sets, I am taking my time. As you could see, I'm practicing the movement pattern and warming up my body. So you have to be mindful that we're not exhausting ourselves too much. So I start off with the 40, and then now it's the 60, which is my second warm-up set. Again, same thing, being intentional, visualizing the form and technique here. You will see my next warm-up sets at 80 and then 90 before my working set at 100. And again, every single rep or set that I do, regardless of what the weight is on the barbell, same thing, visualize the technique, and you want to treat the barbell, regardless of the weight, whether that is your warm-up set, the exact same way. This way you are priming your body, getting it ready before the actual working set, and this will help with efficiency as well as injury prevention as well. My warm-up sets have been completed. Now onto my working set at 100 kgs. As you could see, there is a flow to being able to get to my working set at 100 kgs. You just don't come into the gym and pop on 100 kgs or pop on your working set. There is a process and system to get to this stage. So now I am hitting a personal best that I haven't hit in a long time. I was feeling pretty strong the time that I was doing this session. And as you could see, I'm mentally prepping myself, and there is no time for any room of self-doubt or backing out of it. Here is such an important process. The prep, the mental prep in itself, just before your lift. I'm really visualizing the mind to muscle connection. I'm visualizing the form and technique before popping the barbell on my back. Everything, as soon as you touch the bar, it is intentional. It is a get-go. This is the time where you have to be your biggest hype woman. I am telling myself, I can do this. I'm going to get that depth and I'm going to squat it up. So as you could see, I have managed to get it. And this session felt really good, where I was able to push, and this was my limit. And again, everything prior to the working set, there was a flow to it. And by this time, I had already been pretty much, I would say, half an hour into my session with the mobility warm-ups and the warm-up sets to be able to do the working sets to prime your body. And here is what it looks like from the front view. This is my second set, where so my first set was at 100, and then the second set was at 110, and this is my third set at 110 again. Here I'm hitting for about 5 reps, I believe. And again, as you could see, taking a massive breath in, and mindset plays a big part of it. You have to be your biggest cheer woman and hype woman to get that thing up. And I could tell you, I felt so incredible being able to bust that weight. It was incredibly hard, but so rewarding. And the feeling of just being strong is incredible. That is, yeah. Okay, so the next exercise that I'm doing is a walking lunge. I like walking lunges. There's so many benefits to it. especially when it comes to building not just muscle in your lower body, but it is incredibly challenging exercise because it involves your core and balance. So not only are you building muscle, building strength, but you are also working on building core strength and balance and stability, which is incredibly important because as your feet comes up in a lunge, your core needs to be on in order to be able to get back up better. So this is really functional exercise because on a day-to-day life we are walking, and I would say that this is perhaps harder than the actual squat itself because it involves balance and stability, which is what a lot of people as the women that I work with have poor balance and poor stability. So walking lunges or any type of lunges, whether that is with the dumbbells, be reverse lunges, front lunges, any type of lunges or split squat variation is incredible to work on bringing up core strength as well as balance and stability, which is important. And this is why training, lifting weights is not just to build muscle, but it's also functional, and we need to be functional on a day-to-day basis for health essentially. So I do have a love-hate relationship with the walking lunges. Don't get me wrong, I love it because it is great for building lower body strength and gains. It really, really helps. It has a big carryover to every other lift that you do, but at the same time, I hate it because it is incredibly hard. So this is, I believe, my third set that I'm doing. This video is sped up and it feels pretty cool to be lunging in the middle of the gym. Luckily it was quiet. I usually do go when it's quiet this way, no one bothers me, and I like to just be in my zone and not get so easily distracted. So just being able to boss through the walking lunges. So there are two pretty big exercises at the start of the session, and then I am pretty much dead with my legs here. The next exercise is the hip thrust. I genuinely enjoy the hip thrust, not only in building gains, which I'm sure all of us women love to bring up the backside, but it really does help you build strength for every single day function, alleviate any back pain that you have, especially when you're walking and you're doing any kind of exercise. Here you're really isolating the glutes, and not only for the gains, but it's just such a huge carryover to all of your other exercises, such as your squats, deadlifts, and lunges, and your everyday function. So ladies, train this, I'm sure, but with that intention of it being functional, of getting strong to prevent any injuries and to just be optimal in all your other exercises that you do. The next exercise is the single leg press. Over here, I am pretty fatigued from the first 3 exercises. The squats and the walking lunges are definitely a lot taxing on the body, and it is wise to have those exercises at the start of your training program. So now, leaving the sort of fixed machines towards the end, here it's doing single leg presses to hit the quads and glutes. And again, here I'm just going for higher reps. I am doing 3 sets of 10 to 15 reps on each side. The next exercise is the leg extension, and by now my legs are pretty cooked. I like the leg extension as a finisher to really hit and give the quads more of a crushing. So enjoy this big giant set where I am just doing this as a finisher, and you'll see me do a series of drop sets here as a finisher because this is my last. Lower body session. I'm going to give a quick summary session and how I'm feeling. Start my weeks of training on a Tuesday. I usually have the Monday off. Rested yesterday. I aim to get 10,000 steps every single day, and especially on my rest days I try to keep active. On my rest day, it's not like I'm not doing anything. I'm still moving my body through steps. Usually the start of my training is on the Tuesday, so that's today. I'm going to be completely honest. I started a little bit later than usual for my session, and I was just feeling so much resistance because I've pushed it a lot later. And just the thought of squatting in my mind just seemed so tiring, and I haven't been able to increase my squats for a couple of weeks now because I just want to, I would say that I was on a deload for the last couple of weeks, and today I just felt my body moving so much better, and I just thought, you know what, I'm going to hit 110 kilograms. It felt so good, like my body was moving, and it's just one of those sessions where you could tell if your body can push, you will push. Coming into this session, I wasn't feeling it, but while I was doing the session, it was probably one of the best sessions that I've had in such a long time. And you don't know these things until we show up consistently. And it just goes to show that sometimes your not so great, not motivated sessions, you're facing that resistance, become one of your best sessions in the gym. And the opposite does happen as well. Sometimes I'm feeling so motivated to go into the gym and then my body isn't moving, but that's still okay because we're still showing up. Embrace these moments. So I'm really, really happy that I've showed up for today's session and really gave it my best. So I hope that you enjoyed the lower body workout and inspire you to step foot in the gym. Know that we are all on our own journey. It's a progression. I started from somewhere, and I just encourage you to step foot in a gym, get some guidance. If you're passionate in seeing more women in the gym and just getting strong, not just physically, but for their mental well-being, which is so important. And be sure to check out my other lower body leg days over here, and I will see you in the next video.